There it goes. Okay. YouTube is starting to irk me with this. Yeah. YouTube's really starting to irk me with this. Could anybody hear what I was saying just now? For like the past 10 minutes? Because if not, I'll go over it again. Oh man, so if you hit start stream on YouTube and then I guess, I don't know, sort of back away and sort of back out, apparently it just doesn't start the stream until you sit on that screen, and then it'll go. You have to sit on the YouTube screen, which is crazy because I've never had to do that before. Have never had to do that. I just hit go live on OBS and it was fine. So I don't know what YouTube changed, but it's so nice of them to tell us all about it. So not only did I start late, I've been talking to myself for the past 10 minutes. Yeah, let me just do a quick recap of everything I said over the past 10 minutes. So, okay, last time we did half of this block, but I did not finish this house here. I finished this house here off camera because I was like, this is just a corner house. Who cares? I'll just knock it out real quick so that this half of the block is done. Ends up, I really like this house, the way that it's laid out. One, it doesn't have an opening out to this little avenue like the rest of them, which I think if I were to do this in like a survival world, I'd probably put a door like right here, right? It actually opens up to the side here. So you come here and it's like this room, which is pretty bizarre because it doesn't go anywhere. It's just that room. No other doors go into it. This door here goes into this weird little hallway and then out into the plaza. And then you have a third door that goes into this room, which then also goes out into the hallway into the plaza. Kind of wild. This little entrance here goes into this room, which is about the right size for an enchantment setup. So that's kind of cool. So I think if we do a conversion of any of these houses over to like a starter house, I think this one's a good candidate for it. But yeah, so all of these have been built so far, or this one's kind of nice too, or even this one. I'm not digging the birch. The more I look at it, the more I actually don't like it. It's too much of a contrast, but that's just me. So anyways, so yeah, so that's it. We are going to continue on with the next half of the block and hopefully finish off this one block today. I also expanded out the rest of the blocks here, and I messed up my math. I blame the fact that I'm an archaeologist and we don't really do much in the way of math. So yeah, there you go. Now I will say in about half an hour, I do believe Oda is streaming. So you can confirm that, Oda, in the chat if you are in fact streaming or not. And if you want to leave to go hang out with him for his stream, you're not going to offend me because his stream is very different than what I'm doing here. Here we're just going to build some houses and just kind of BS. He's doing what, 2012? Yeah, 2012, playing Minecraft like it's 2012. So I mean, that's pretty cool. So if that's more your thing, by all means, go check out his stream. You can leave mine. Mine's going to be available on demand, so I'm not going to be offended. So yeah. So of course I know you'll check out of the chat at some point here, Oda, and that's totally cool too. Anyways, so we've got this building here, and actually I think I'm going to do this, and it's got a really strange setup. It's got a huge, and I mean huge, opening to the alley of all things. I'm not really sure why that is. But just like with all the other houses, it seems like it is still following the standard layout, and follows so like the wall for this room here comes off of the wall here for this room in that house. So that's kind of wild. But this is completely open to the alley. On top of that, there is this section here that is also open to the alley with like a little sort of almost like a stall here, or like a little indent. Super bizarre. You didn't realize we'd be streaming at the same time? Oh, that's okay. I normally do stuff at noon, but I had to go and pick up a car today. Pick up a truck today because my little S10 Blazer is falling apart, and I had some money from selling the bike, and so I picked up another truck. And so now if the bike ever breaks down, I can just throw it in the back of the truck. So, yeah, so I had to go do that today, but it was like an hour and a half away. Okay. So let's go ahead, and this one also has 3 doors that lead out to this avenue too, so which is kind of wild. And one door is like right in the middle. So let's find the middle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam. That should be the middle. Okay. So then I just come off of this. Like that. And we keep coming off. There we go. Also, upside to accidentally not streaming earlier was that there were spoilers on the screen when I came in. So now you just don't know what the spoilers were. So that was nice. And spoilers were for an upcoming project. Oda knows what I'm talking about. And yeah, so I didn't spoil that at all. Okay. So yeah, this is a very weird setup here. Because we got something like, oh man, this is actually just really weird. This looks like it's actually like that. Ugh, there we go. Yeah, thanks for the congrats on the it's not brand new, but it's new to me, which is nice. And I was a little, you know, I used to have an F-150 back in the day that got stolen because, you know, Tucson is the butthole of Arizona, yeah, so I'm actually kind of happy that I have a truck again. There we go. Yeah, so very weird layout of this. And then this comes this way. I don't know what kind of crack they had back then, but whoever came up with this design was definitely on it. Okay, and then it... what a weird... Okay, so then it goes like this. And then the back walls are about the same size as these. So let's see here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, this is just a really weird setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, like that. So bizarre. And then it has this has an opening directly across from this. And then it keeps going. Yeah, I don't know what they were going for here. So, yeah, it's very, very different. There's a couple houses here that have these very different layouts. The room walled off except the alley is for your in-laws. Oh, that's a possibility. I mean, if you had doorways here and here, if you had a doorway here, yeah, your in-laws could have this little sort of area, meeting area, and then I guess, I don't know, back in here? I don't really know. Yeah. And then it has, coming off of here, it's going to have to be like this. And like this. And then, and then coming off of this entrance here, we've got this wall actually kind of goes off at a slight angle. Where it's like that. Yeah. I have no idea what they were doing here. Let's see if we can get this wall to be a little more angled, or at least look a little more angled. Like if we do something like that and like that. No. Man, you know it would be really nice? Vertical slabs. Yeah, so something like that. What a weird looking layout that is. I mean, you can kind of see that there are some separations. So this room is separated from everything. This section here is separated from that front section. I don't know. There's just weird stuff coming off of this one. But let's go ahead and one thing we're going to have to do is figure out how to make this functional. So we definitely want to do that in order to allow you access into there. You need access into this room. So let's just do, I guess, that. Sure. You have access into that room from the outside. You have access into this and this. You do need access into this room, so let's do that. And let's just call it good with that. All right. So let's get some mud brick in here. And start getting this, start getting this thing all, is that all for the doors? That is all for the doors. All right, so there we go. Oda, is this your first time streaming? I don't know if it is. I feel like I've never really seen you do an announcement for streaming before. I mean, this is like the first time that I've actually streamed a lot. I usually do it because I run out of time editing videos to get them out, and so I'm like, oh, I'll just stream, because that's a good way to, you know, use my time better. Woo. There we go. There's that. I wish there was like I don't know, like a gray. No, I guess not. Never mind. You streamed a few times, but it's been a while. Okay. Hopefully you set... Okay. Well, hopefully you do set it up correctly. And remember, you're going to have to go onto YouTube and click Go Live, even though you click Go Live on OBS. And then you're going to have to sit there and wait for it to actually go live. Because if it doesn't go live while you sit there and you click away, it will never go live. Rat bastards at YouTube. Okay. Let's get that. Let's get this, doing some easy mode stuff. We're gonna do copy and paste. Whoops. Accidentally hit the caps lock. Ooh, there we go. Looking good, looking good. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. And then we can come in here with... Let's try a new wood type this time. What sounds good for the floors? Not going to do white, the pale oak. That's not a good look. We've got... no, we're not doing cherry. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. We're not doing cherry. How about we try some dark oak, see what that looks like. Let's see what dark oak looks like. So if we do dark oak here. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. We'll try spruce at some point too, but I suspect spruce probably is too close to the mud brick color. Ooh, bam, right there, right there. Oh, wait a second. I did it again. I went one too high. That's okay. Yeah, I think it looks nice against the mud brick too. I think it looks real nice against mud brick. Let's slap a window in here while we're at it, actually. Let's, I'm going to try to do that more often this time. Something like that and like that. We're going to try to do more interiors as we go rather than waiting till the end to do interiors. Like that. And let's do that. And this, I get the impression that that's also, I don't know, maybe that's not a plaza. This definitely is right here. I don't know what to think of that. Maybe this is? Yeah, this definitely has that plaza feel. So let's just do this, and this, whoops, and this. Yeah, this right here is definitely the plaza for this one. So we'll slap that in there. Whoops. And I'm sure there's actually an official name rather than plaza. I just don't know what it is. That's just kind of what I'm used to calling it. Courtyard. And right there. There we go. Oh. So there we go. We'll leave this open here as the courtyard, and the rest will slap the dark oak on. Also, if Oda is still streaming by the time I'm done, I'm just going to head on over to his stream and hang out in that chat. So if you do decide you want to hang out with me doing this and then I get done, obviously, if you're not over at Oda's stream, just come with me. We'll do our own little mini version of a raid. I think that's what the cool kids call it. All right, that, and that. There we go. There we go. That's looking good. let's grab some torches and slap some torches down in this place. Looking a little dark. One right there, one right there, one right there. We need a window here. Well, bam, just like that. Yeah. Get a torch there. Maybe we got a window that looks out into the little walkway. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Slap a door down. Slap another door down. Yeah, I'm digging this. This is going to be a storage room. I'm getting storage room vibes with this, so it's going to stay nice and dark and cold. And there we go, just like that. Slap a window there. There we are. And this, I don't know what to do about this. This is kind of a weird thing. This gives me also storage room vibes. But it'll have light anyways. So now we got to figure out where the second story is. If there is even a second story here. I think I'm seeing this wall right here. And I'm thinking that feels like it goes up to a second story. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Everything seems to have the second story in the back. But when I look at this... map here, and I don't know if you can really see it in that. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. Let's see here. Olynthos. All right, so if I make this bigger, you can kind of see... well, you can't see my cursor, but we've been working on not that first row, but that second row with those two trees in it. And you can see kind of that there are room blocks, but those room blocks are facing the avenue. So here, whoops, let me make that smaller again, about like that. Okay, there we go. Let me bring this back up. So like all of the room blocks for the second story for this chunk feel like they're all along this back side here. Like they're still facing this way, even though this is the bigger road, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. So I think if we do anything, we do a second story here. But we got to figure out stairs to get up there. So maybe, just maybe, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Maybe we do something like this. And something like that. And maybe something like this. And ooh, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Something like that. And then you have the stairwell going here up that way. And then you come out onto this part and go either in here or in there. But then this over here, I don't know. Let's do some messing around with this, see what we can come up with. So let's do this here. So if we have stairs like that, and then stairs like that, and stairs like that, right? So you come up here, you come, boom. And then maybe you walk along here, and there's this room as well, but maybe not that one? I kind of like that. Maybe I don't. Let's see what this looks like as two stories. And paste. And paste. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I think that perhaps maybe we do have like a second story, at least here. Like, what if we did something like this? How do we feel about that? I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking, actually, I'm kind of liking that a lot. Let's do that. And that. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. And then I think if we have the roof here with sort of like, sort of just like fenced off right here and sort of have the roof coming this way. Yeah, here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's grab some. This. Hey, Panos. Welcome, welcome. So do that, and we do that. Yeah, and so then if I do... How have I been doing the roofs again? Yeah, my standard Thusculos roof. Okay, so we do this. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now that from now on this is what that's called. This is a Thusculos roof. Patent pending. Anyone who wants to use this roof is welcome to use the roof. You just have to tell everyone that it's a Thusculos roof, and that's just how the world works. Okay, so if I do that, all right, so I come here, run that there, run that there. Also, this summer is gonna get a little dicey with with doing content, because I might be doing some stuff in Greece, of course. So yeah, so things might it might just we might have to hold off on doing some things. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay, I'm liking that. And then we do... We're gonna do this. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. I'm already loving it. I am already loving this. So another Thusculos roof here. And... Oh, wait. Can I do that with this one? Yeah, I can do that with this one. There we go. Something like that. That, there we go. And let's run into this room real quick and take out the roof. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm actually liking this one a lot. It has a really weird floor plan, but I think it's, I mean, I don't want to say it's like endearing, because it is just absolutely bizarre. but it definitely has one of those things where, you know, once you figure it out, it's kind of neat. It's kind of a neat floor plan. It's unique. That's what we'll say. We'll call it unique. So yeah, there we go, like that. And then up here, we'll do... Ooh, how do we want to do? We'll just do... Oh my god. I'm misclicking all over the place. I'm going to blame my mouse again. I always blame my mouse, but that's just because the mouse is a piece of garbage. Don't buy the Razer Death Adder mouse, kids. Expensive doesn't mean that it's better. Expensive just means that when it breaks, it just pisses you off even more. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna binge on a really nice mouse with programmable buttons. You know, I have the buttons on the side programmed to, you know, the one be run and one be crouch for Minecraft, but then, you know, they have you try to update the software all the time, and it'll only do those button things when it has the updated software. It's just, oh god, it was such a pain in the butt, and I was like, you know what? This is not worth it. Okay. Ooh, this one's gonna be difficult. Maybe I do an L. Maybe I do an L. Alright, see ya, MC Yoda. Like I said before, those of you who would like to go to MC Yoda's stream, do not feel like you owe it to me to stick around on this one. I will see you there when I am done. Go show him some love. So yeah, so those of you who are going to his stream, I'll catch you over there. In the meantime, those of you who are sticking around, we're just gonna keep doing this. We're just gonna keep building. Now, this is a pretty wide thing here. I think it might be too steep if I do... Maybe. Let's see here. I mean, I don't know. Okay, you know what? I think it's one of those things where we're just gonna have to deal with it. It just is what it is. And sometimes that's what you're stuck with. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Unless you drive an hour and a half to go pick up a new vehicle because you don't want to be stuck with the S10 Blazer that's falling apart. Hey everyone. Hey Vaude. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. All right. So there's that. So then I think, okay, so it's going to be coming this way, and then this one's going to be going that way. So we need to build the roof like the way it should be. Oof. Flying around like this. I hope nobody's getting seasick from this. Okay, so there's that. So I need to bring, nope, this one. And I need to bring this. Oh. Okay, is that going to work out? That looks like it's going to work out surprisingly well. Yeah, that's going to work out surprisingly well, I think. Let's see what we got. So Vaude, how are the excavations going? I haven't had a chance to go over to your channel in quite a while to see how it's going. I did see It looks like you built some Easter Island heads or something like that. I'm real sorry. I just haven't had a chance to check it out. I've been super busy with the whole, you know, master's student thing and teaching 2 classes and all that. Oh, look at that. It ended up working out surprisingly well. Look at that. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That looks great. I'm almost tempted to just continue this roof straight across here, though, instead. I think that might be the better option. I really do think that might be the better option. Okay, so yeah, let's try that. Let's just bring this all the way over. Can I? Oh, yes, I can. I can grab it from that far. Dang. Look at that. In my peripheral vision, I see a whole bunch of green on the chat, but I'm trying not to look just yet because I'm already misclicking as it is. Oh my god. Which is probably, if I had to guess, probably somebody buying memberships for, gifting memberships for people, which is probably Mr. Celebrity Sailboat Guy. If I had to guess. Watch, if my guess is wrong, I swear to God, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. So, okay, let me look. Oh, my guess was not wrong. Okay. Well, thank you for doing that there, Celebrity Sailboat Smackdown. You coming through with those gift memberships. You're gonna make my my next build. I almost said it. Oof. Almost gave away spoilers. Completely and utterly populated. You know, what if we did this too? What if we said, let's cover this whole thing? And we did like this. Oop. Look at that. Look at that. That looks so good. That looks so good. It's not finished, but it looks so good. Not that sailboat guy. He's sketch as hell. That's right, he is. I did mean to ask you, actually, what is the origin of your name, of your handle that you've picked for YouTube? I'm very curious as to why you chose that. What if we did this too? I'm kind of digging that. I'm really digging that. And that's not an archaeology pun. I know I say that a lot. I'm digging it. But I guarantee you that is not an archaeology pun. If you knew me in real life, you would know that I actually, believe it or not, dislike puns. I'm like, I just, ugh. I have a really good friend, Peter, who is like the pun king. The guy is like, I mean, he's so fast with them. It's I don't know how he does it. But I think I have threatened his life a couple times because when he started in with the puns before. I don't know, Peter, if you ever find this stream and you want to pipe in, I think I have. I think I've threatened to at least some sort of bodily harm before. all of course playful, and I'm not actually going to kill him for it. But he doesn't need to know that. So yeah, so there we go. So I like that. Let's go ahead and slap that. Let's get some windows on this one too, like there. Oh, that looks good. That's gonna bother me, but I think it's okay. And then for this one, same thing. We want a window. Let's do a big window there and a big window not there. That's just not gonna work. So we'll have just a big window there. You know what? Let's give this house dark oak doors. Might as well just like commit to the dark oak theme, right? Look at that. Look at that. That looks good. Oh, I forgot to give it a torch. I also forgot to give it a decent roof. There we go. Cover up the holes. Also, yeah, we need window grates there. There we go. I forgot to do that. I want to do more interiors as we go along, or at least flesh them out a little bit, so that they're sort of ready for the interiors. Again, if any of you want any of these at any point, just hit me up and say, hey, I want, this house and just describe where it's at, what block it is and where it's at, and I will gladly go in and get the schematic and send it to you. I have no problem doing that. I like it when people are into historical builds. So that's yeah. So don't you worry about any of that. If you want any of these, you just tell me. Because I made that same promise with the ancient city. I said, hey, if anybody wants, any of these builds from the ancient city, just let me know. And I had a lot of people hit me up for the schematics for a lot of the ancient city stuff. So out there in the world somewhere, there are a lot of people out there that have some of my some of the project Oda and I worked on. For the ancient city. So yeah, I'm really liking that. Let's put a door right here too while we're at it. Okay, got the light. Yeah. This is looking really good. I'm actually quite surprised at how well this house came out. And I'm gonna have to agree with whoever suggested that this is probably the in-laws house, because look at it. It's just sort of like sitting off on its own. That's probably what it was. All right, so what did he say? You're better spent than at McDonald's. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it so far. You need a Call of Duty username. Oh, geez. That's funny. It was a wrestling name generator. Oh, man. That's funny. That is funny. Hey, Richard. Good to see you here. That's a funny story how you got that name. My name is just the nickname that was given to me by my semi-adoptive Greek family. So it's nothing crazy or anything like that. No generator or no nothing. It's still a cool name. Okay. So the next build is going to come right off of this wall. Yes. Okay. And then it does some really weird, another weird one. And actually, now that I'm looking at all of the houses along this little strip here, they are all weird or they all have some sort of weird proportions, with exception to the one at the very end. So yeah, there's some very weird proportions going on here. So let's see if we can do this as best we can. First off, this has no alignments with this little small one. None whatsoever. So that's fun. Okay. It does, however, come off of right here. So kind of close to the other wall. So it's got this massive room right here. I mean, just like simply massive. In fact, it comes off of this +2. So if I come here, yeah, to 1, 2. So it's like right there. So there's just this huge, absolutely massive room here in this corner. With, again, no real door. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe some of these had entrances from the roof. That would be kind of interesting. That would be an interesting experiment to try. But then this comes off here. And it's like... what is it? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So it's like that? Okay, that's... Okay, that's just weird. And then this comes here. Entrance. But off of this... Oh my god, this one, yeah, this one's got some weird proportions. Some very weird proportions. And then like a door off it. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. And then like this. And then, okay, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's like this. No, it's not. This is skinnier. So actually this one needs to be like this. And this one needs to be like this. And then this one needs to be like this. Maybe not. More like that. See, I told you. Weird layout. Very strange layout. It was almost like they wanted to have the sort of standard layout of this sort of set of rooms, but then they just said, no, we're going to do a smaller one right here. I don't know why. And then this big, giant open area, which, you ready for this? Has a chunk of wall that comes off right here. What the hell's that all about? So there you go. That is this this layout. What is a weird... This is such a weird place. Found family name is greater than name generator, as long as they're not pranking you. Oh, they're definitely not pranking me. The name Vaskalos is actually the word for teacher, and they gave it to me because well, the family's Greek. They're from Greece, and me and the son are really good friends. Became friends, and I was teaching him a lot about his own history, and so it was kind of sort of the joke that he's learning more about his history from me than he was from his teachers. And then you can kind of see where that sort of went from there. So they just started calling me Vaskalos as his teacher. So how was Olynthos discovered? That is a good question. I actually don't know how Olynthos was discovered. That is a really good question. I really genuinely do not know how Olynthos was discovered. So that's, yeah, you got me, man. You got me. I'm sure it's out there on the internet somewhere. What if I do this? I kind of like the other way better. Yeah, I don't know. Why did you want to build this exactly? Ooh, that's a really good question. I wanted to build it because it's so odd. It's not odd. That's probably a bad word for it. It's such a different layout than what you're used to when you look at ancient settlements. Ancient settlements are usually just sort of this like spattering of houses and weird, looking in weird directions and stuff like that. And roads that aren't exactly straight, they curve, they sort of wind, things like that. Whereas Olynthos is this, obviously this gridded out, planned place. And it's kind of an interesting thing. It sort of is the beginning of this whole sort of city planning type thing that started happening. And what I find really interesting about it is that it sort of caught on, and they started doing this a lot more. But because it's gridded, it actually works really well for Minecraft. And a while back, I wanted to do a series, or not a series, but sort of another tutorial on how to build a starter home that looked Greek, looked ancient Greek, and you could have all of the things in it. And I thought, oh, maybe I should use Olynthos as a template. And then I thought, well, which house do I want to use? And so then my next thought was, well, maybe I just build all of them and see which one fits perfectly. And then that, of course, morphed into, well, why don't I just build that on stream, and we can talk about Olynthos and how wild it is, and how cool it is, and how perfect for Minecraft it actually is, because it is absolutely perfect for Minecraft. One of the plans at the very end of this, after we get it all, we get all of the interiors in it and everything like that, is to just spawn a whole bunch of villagers in here and just see where they go, see what they do, see what houses they sort of claim for their own, and then let it run for a while maybe, and come back and visit it and see what they do. That would be kind of neat to do, like a time-lapse video of them just sort of doing their thing, throughout the day, and see where they go, what they do, how they interact. But yeah, that was kind of why I decided to do this, was because I was gonna do it anyways for a tutorial. But I thought, well, screw the tutorial, let's just build Olynthos. And we can still do the tutorial. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing the tutorial. But now we can actually decide which houses we want to build into a starter house. In fact, we can start just, it could be one of those things where it's like, oh, well, which starter house do you want to build? There's all these that work. So, there's that. Okay. So looking at this, obviously this is the plaza. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that this big empty open area is the plaza. I don't think anybody's gonna argue with me on that, unless they want to argue. In which case, then, have you thought about becoming an archaeologist? Because that's all they do. That's all they do. Okay. I think we should have an entrance into this room here from the plaza, and I think we should have I think maybe we should have an entrance into this room from this one. How does that sound? So you have to come through both? Yeah. And I think what we'll do with this one is we will do just this back row as the second story. I think that's that's the way to do it. We'll need a pillar, a column of some sort, because they're going to need to have a walkway. Ooh, how are they going to do that? Unless they come up this, what if they come up this way? Like that? Up? Nope. Maybe they come up this way? Like this? Yeah, that's doable. That also matches that over there. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. What wood do we want to try for this one? Do we want to try spruce? Do we want to see how spruce looks? I'm sort of iffy on spruce with this build. Simply because I think it's a little too close to the mud brick. I mean, look at that. It might as well be the mud brick. It's just like slightly darker. And I think it's the same goes for jungle. Jungle is pretty close to mud brick as well in the orange department. So we haven't tried mangrove yet. How does mangrove look? No, I think we'll just go with oak. I think we're just going to go with oak. Oak is enough of a contrast with this that I don't think we got to worry too much about this. And I think what we'll do is we'll just do easy mode. We'll do that. Replace air, oak, planks. Bam. Look at that. Look at that. You can't get much easier than that. Let's go ahead and do this right here and do the same thing. Look at that. How good does that look? And I totally messed that up. Because that needs a roof on it, not the planks. The planks do need to be over here though, so we'll just do that instead. There we go, like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. Trees of Greece, like mostly olive, oak, and pine. Yeah, there's also, ooh boy, I think there's ash. I think there is, help me out here, Panos. Oh my God, what trees have I seen over there? There's a thing that's a lot like scrub oak, that I can't place it off the top of my head. Lots and lots of olive, apricot, which is really interesting, which I didn't expect to see out there, but it's there. Oh, you know what? We can actually put the stairwell right here if we just take out that block. Nah, we'll put it over here. Cypress. Thank you, Cypress. That's the one I was trying to think of. Let's see what else there is. Is there a maple? I want to say that there's a or something that's a lot like a maple. There's some big one that's an awful lot like a maple out there. There's a few really big trees. Yeah, trees. Unfortunately, trees aren't my specialty either, even though as an archaeologist, we're supposed to pay attention to what trees are, there. Let's do this. So we have that room, and we'll do this room too. Oh, sorry. This is going to have to... I guess there's not going to be a window there either, because we don't want them looking in on on their neighbors. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we'll do this like this and this, that. We'll have this one, again, same thing. You get into it from the... There we go. I like that. Let's do that. What else is out there? Ash? Ash, yeah. Firs, yes, firs. Fig trees, of course. Yep, yeah, fig trees. Yeah, because ash they used for weapon handles and stuff like that. Common misconception is that Greece was heavily forested during the classical period. The more that it's been studied, the more we're starting to discover that it was in fact not heavily forested, and it was actually probably looked an awful lot like it does now. People tended to think that the ancient Greeks deforested most of Greece, but we're pretty sure that that is actually not what happened at all. So kind of an interesting sort of little tidbit there for you. I tend to think that people probably thought that because there was probably this idea that the ancients were stupid. You get that a lot, especially with like some of the early 1900s and stuff like that. You get a lot of these folks that sort of, they're quick to talk about how backwards ancient people were and stuff like that. But the more we learn about them, the more we do a lot of digging, both figuratively and literally, the more we find out that no, ancient people were just as smart as us. Imagine that, and that to suggest otherwise is generally just untrue and I don't know, kind of bigoted, really, when you think about it. I mean, there's that saying, necessity is the mother of invention. And that is absolutely 100% true. We tend to forget that people had to figure things out back in the day. People didn't have, computers in their pockets like we do. And so we tend to rely on that a little too much. And actually, as somebody who is doing a lot of teaching nowadays, I think that is a pretty accurate assessment as well. I mean, I'm not going to get into it because I have students and it's none of your business how they're doing, but yeah, I think a lot of people tend to forget how smart ancient people were. I think I'm just going to carry this roof on over this way. I think that's the best way to go. Also, the whole ancient people are dumb thing also leads you down the path of if they're so dumb, then someone else had to come and help them. And that is a very, very dicey road to tread. Because that gets into a lot of bigotry and a lot of other things that are generally not true. So there's that. Wabam, just like that. We come off this way. We come off this way. Whoops. Oop. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. That is looking good. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking the way that this is coming out. Now, theoretically, we would probably build this with more packed mud rather than mud brick because they'd probably plaster their walls, but we're just gonna forget that. You know, the other thing we could do too is we could also start experimenting with stone types for instead of wood. Things like granite, I bet, would look really good against the mud brick. That sort of pinkish red would probably look actually really good. So think about that. Think about what other wood types would be, or what other stone types might be good instead of wood types. Because maybe we'll try that too. Oop. Okay. All right, there's that. Do we do that? Yeah, this is looking great. I can tell already. Actually, I was just joking last night with some of the archaeology folks, and I joked that I could probably get rich doing conspiracy theory stuff, like writing a book on conspiracy theories, and and they're all like, yeah, you probably could, you know, because I've done some things before where I've convinced people of certain stuff that's not true, just as sort of a joke. I've always told them that it wasn't true. I'm not an asshole like that. But yeah, I was like, man, I could totally do that. And they're like, yeah, you could. Yeah, let's see here. If I do this, yes. Okay. Okay, it's looking pretty good. And I think if I put a fence right here, is sort of like the thing that holds that up. Yeah. Because I can't put it here because that's directly over the stairs. But I can also do that. Yeah. That. What happens if I... Okay, what if I do this? If I make it like that, like it's a screen. Oh, that's kind of neat. Alright, I'm digging that. Okay. So, it needs windows. Definitely needs windows. Let's not forget to do that. It needs a window in here. We'll do 2 windows. Bam, just like that. And we'll have them overlooking the courtyard, I guess. Oops. Yeah, like that. Same here. No, not here, but we got to get into this room, right? No, we don't. Because there is a door there. So we can just slap a torch here and put a window there. Yeah. There we go. Almost forgot. Got to put the doors in as we go along. How's that window look? No. We ain't doing that. So this would just be a dark room. So yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. I'm liking it. Oh my god, thank you. Okay. Such a twitchy mouse. There we are. Yeah, looks out into the alley, but that's okay. This can look out into the courtyard. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. You can reach through and grab their legs as they're going up here to freak them out. Let's see here. There's that. We'll do that and that. There we go. And this with one of these. And that with one of these. And this looks out into the alley. Look at that. Look at that. Nice little walkway here between the two. This definitely needs a door. You don't want just everyone walking through. This needs a window. Nope. I forgot there's a building there. This needs a window. Okay. Is that? And that? What do we got here? Oh, wow. I don't think a lot of people realize how much of current woodland is in fact new. Yeah. Yeah, aliens. I thought you choose wood for archaeological accuracy. I do. But we can also get a little creative with it, just for the sake of it being a Minecraft build. I think that's okay for this. So, and if it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. Then we say no. There's wood, there's granite, and then there's diorite. Yeah, there's diorite. We could try diorite, but diorite would be more of a white plastered texture, and I'm gonna hold off on some of that until we get farther into some of the blocks, because some of the blocks actually had painted walls and stuff. So that's when we're gonna start getting into, like, you know, the concrete and stuff like that. How do we feel about this being open? I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, let's just, there we go. Let's just do that. Okay. So far, that one's not too bad. It's a little squished. This big empty area in here would be great for a farm if you were using this as a starter house. Excellent farm right here. So you could put like water block underneath the corner here, and you could have 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd have your farm right here. So yeah, you could get all kinds of stuff going. Anyways, okay, so that one is done. That one is done. So now let's do the next. Oh, wait. No, it's not. No, it is not. I messed up. There's actually double doors right here. I totally forgot. Yeah. Is that wild or what? Let's drop this wall down. There we go. We'll drop this one down. Well, maybe not. We'll see how tall that side is. But yeah, we'll drop this wall down a little bit. So it's like that. This, I feel like this supported like a roof. Because you don't have a chunk like this sticking out unless it's supporting something. And it is, of course, directly across from that. So I wonder if this is like half covered. If it had something like this. And then all the way across. Let's see what it looks like. Replace air with, what is this again? Acacia slab? Is that what this is? Yes. Oh. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm not opposed to it. I think, though, if we do this, we should do that and replace acacia slab with acacia stairs. Of course it's not going to work properly for me. Why would it? Oh man, that's okay. Sorry, we'll just do this. I guess this was easier to do just like this though. And then we do We need to get rid of this. And this. There we go. And instead, come along here. And like this. There we go. And we can do something like this. Whoop. And we need, so what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, oh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I keep missing it. It's maybe something like that. Oh, see, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Look at that. That looks pretty good. 2, 3, yep. 1, 2, 3, yep. And then 1, 2. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm a little biased, but I think this looks pretty good. One good thing about you being a newer Minecraft player is that you don't say half slab instead of slab all the time. The term half slab drives me absolutely insane when I hear it. I'm one of those people that I hear it and I'm like, that's not a half slab, that is a slab. I will say though that was it planks? These being planks kind of bugs me, but yeah, half slab drives me insane. I really don't like it when people use that term. This could be a cool little like workshop area. Yeah, this actually, okay, so this wasn't really growing on me, but now that that's there, that's actually starting to grow on me. I think that looks really good. And we could even do something like, oh dude, what if we did this? What if we did that? Like how good does that look? Maybe not that. But like, yeah, it's almost like a little bit of an arch going. This, maybe we use a mud brick half slab. No, no, just a slab. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think I like the mud brick stairs. That is, yeah, that is, yeah, I'm gonna call that done. I really like that. I really like that. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. And then, oh, you know, we didn't put a door here. There we go. Yeah, that looks. I'm really liking all of these houses. I didn't think I was going to like any of these houses, or I was going to like only a few, but I'm really liking pretty much all of these houses so far. Also, this right here actually works out really well for the next house because the next house has a massive area right here that's open. So I think this is a good. Oh, pottery space? Yeah. Yeah, both of you guys. Yeah. Panos, that sounds great. Let's actually see. We're gonna take a bit of a side journey here, and we're gonna put some pottery. We're gonna put maybe a cauldron down. What else would be good? maybe a furnace, a couple furnaces. Okay, so like let's see here. So we have like a bunch of pithoi there, some pithoi here, like that. Let's get a cauldron right there. Let's get a couple of furnaces like that. Maybe like that. There we go. Oh, look at that. That is looking really good. I mean, I just slapped some stuff down real quick, but I mean, yeah, right? I mean, yeah, this looks totally doable. Maybe like a window there looking out on the alley. I'm not sure, but yeah, that looks great. Flower pot. Yeah, we can do some flower pots. We could do some flower pots. What happened to the flower pots? There they are. Yeah, something like that. Maybe even like a couple right here. Like, yeah, look at that. You could even do some shelving right here. So like, something like that. Some shelving right here. Can't do it like that, but we can probably do it something like that. Put a couple of, there we go. Yeah, like that. Look at that. This is looking good. Oh yeah, the bronze cauldron. Yeah, yeah. One of the Discord folks did this Bronze Age pack for texture pack for me, and yeah, it's so cool. I love using it so much. So much because it's perfect, right? That just looks so good. I think the only thing that would make this any better, and this is not a critique of the texture pack at all, is if this was a tripod. I think that would make it look like crazy accurate. But I love the bronze cauldron, and the bronze pack just in general. The folks in my Discord. I'm always so blown away by just the sheer amount of skill that people have in doing this stuff. Okay. So, coming off of this wall right here. Oop. There we go. Is just a little, again, another little nub. And then wow, this is actually a little more complicated. This one is definitely more complicated. Okay. So how many? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Let me come up. 2, 3. I gotta come off of what wall is that? That is that wall right there. Okay, so this wall right here is where we're coming off of. Okay, and then there's an entrance over here. 1, 2. Okay. You could have convinced me that was just in Minecraft. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these folks with the texture pack is just crazy good. So yeah. I'd only seen the bronze retexture doors. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy, like here, check it out. So the anvil is bronze. The stone cutter is bronze. What else did they do in bronze? Obviously the cauldron. Anything that is, oh, here, let me show you this. This will blow your mind. Is it right here? Ingredients. Diamond is a bronze, well, it's a bronze ingot now. Iron is just iron, because, you know, yeah. Netherite's just netherite, because it is what it is. And then where's the... There's another one in here somewhere. Oh yeah, the compass is bronze. Oh yeah, diamond is just the yeah, and then the armor. Look at the armor. You got a Mycenaean breastplate. Got a little bit of a skirt going, or archaeologists for some reason call it kilts. Got the greaves. Yeah, diamond stuff too. But like all the weapons are all bronze weapons and bronze. The helmet is close enough. But yeah, it's such a cool pack that they did. Oh hey, hello, welcome first timer. I'm glad you could make it. So I have been streaming for a little bit. I need to get some more water, so I'm gonna turn off the microphone while I do that, and we're gonna sort of take a break so I can grab some water. And you guys should probably get up and move around and get some water as well. So let me just let me be right back. All right, I'm back. That was really quick. Okay, so now it's time for my favorite game of the stream. That is it beer or is it soda? Which is it? It is almost 7 o'clock my time. So you never know. You never know. I'll never tell. Okay. I wonder if a smooth stone slab on top of a grindstone would look like a spinning table. That is a good... Let's find out. Grindstone. And let's do... Smooth stone slab, is that what you said? Hold on, smooth stone slab, yeah. That's not smooth stone, that's polished andesite. Did I go... I went past it, there it is. Nope, that's polished andesite. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Stone slab. Smooth stone slab. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it looks like. Oh my god. Shift. No, a little too thick, but maybe we use a pressure plate. Is there a pressure plate that looks a little bit better? Or like a trapdoor? Like that mangrove trapdoor would look pretty good. Oh. Oh. Almost. Almost. I'm wondering if it would be better if the grindstone was upside down. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Whoops. Whoops. Wrong buttons. Oh my god. Will you stop it? Thank you. Okay, let's see if we can mount the grindstone upside down. Okay, there we go. Get rid of that. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, can we do it? Oh, I can't put it on there. I cannot put it on there. That's a shame. Do we have anything else that might be... None of the pressure plates would work, but I bet you could put a trapdoor on it. I bet a trapdoor works. It won't be as good. It won't be as good. Yeah, it's not as good. Now it just looks like a weird robot holding something above its head. Ah, okay. Well, anyways, keep at it. Keep at it. Well, I'm sure we could figure it out. I'm sure we could totally figure it out. All right, what are we saying in here? In ancient Greece, such pos-pithoi were either black figure or red figure. Well, I mean, pithoi, if we're talking about like pithoi or even amphora, if you know, this is almost like a transport amphora. It's just missing the handles. But if, I mean, Bronze Age pithoi, this is like a dead ringer for it. Because some of them were just plain. Some of them had like little designs on it, but nothing. Oh, and then of course there's the painted one too. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let's get back to this. Let's get back to I don't want to keep you guys here for too long. Okay. So we've got this double door. So we need to come off here like that. And we need to actually come off of that. So we come off this way. Okay. And that does not look right. So let's do this. And we'll do this. There we go. How does that look? That looks better, even though it is wrong. That's okay. It looks better. Yeah, so we do that. Surprisingly, we do this. Oh, this one's also very strange. This has a weird, like, almost like a Bronze Age, partition door like that, which is super weird. I should probably stop saying that it's weird, because it's, I mean, this is stuff that we're going to constantly see throughout this whole thing. And then like that, an offset door. Then this has a pillar. It's just going to have to go there. And then this one has a pillar, which is going to have to go there, which lines up with that. Oh, look at that. I didn't even look. Yep. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. And then that's it. Oh, wait. Right about in between here, right about there. Is this about right? Does this look about right? Let me see here. No. This needs to be a little bit closer. There we go. And this has sort of a weird little nub on it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use some walls. I know I haven't used walls much in this, except for that the one house. But I think we're going to use walls because there's another nub right... Whoops, what the hell am I doing? That is the wrong wall. Get out of here. Okay. That one. All right, that one right there. And then... there's just some weird things going on. Like there's a little nub there. I don't know why. You know what? No, we're just going to get rid of that because I don't like the way that flows. So yeah, so there's that. Interesting layout. So you can tell, I can tell right away, I'm sure you can too, that this is going to be open, but there's going to be like a covered portion here and a covered portion here. We may bring this out a little bit more. We'll see. But there's also this weird little ring that's drawn here, and I'm not really sure why there's the ring that is drawn. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be on this map. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and start on the mud brick. Oh, wow. Oh, lots of stuff happening. Okay. Ooh, today in Greece, we're going to lose 1 hour. So I'll be going soon because it's really late. Oh, you guys have daylight savings time? Is that what... are you guys doing daylight savings time over there? That's terrible. Please keep me here longer. I just got home from work. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to be here for probably another hour at least. You don't want to do your taxes? Why do you say it's weird, though? Because it's so far, like with this block here, everything was fairly uniform. All the rooms seem to share walls, or at least the placement of walls, but this block has gotten really off of that mold. So over here, if I overlaid all these houses on top of each other, you'd probably see a continuous placement of walls and the size of rooms. Whereas over here, it's not that way. It's almost like they have a completely different formula for building the houses on this side of the block. And I'm starting to wonder if that is, in fact, what is going on. If this half of the block has a specific formula and this half of the block has a specific formula. That's why I keep saying it's weird, because because these houses didn't have, I mean, yeah, you can see some of these big courtyards and stuff, but they all sort of had a very similar layout. And then when you get over here, you have, you know, like this weird courtyard. I should stop saying weird. This courtyard here and this courtyard here. This really large open area here. Sort of an L-shaped thing versus this where it was sort of like the backside was all, yeah, it's just a very different feel than the first half of the block. So that's why I keep saying it's kind of weird, because we had a formula that we were following with the first half, and now it's changed. And I think in the archaeology world, yeah, that would mean something. We would definitely say like, hey, something's going on here. You wouldn't just dismiss that. Those are conscious decisions that are being made. So yeah, I keep saying weird, but it's really not weird. It's just different. Just different. You know what? I'm just going to do this for now, and then we'll replace these with something else. Okay, so let's go ahead and click over into easy mode. Interesting. Okay. Oh my God, really? How did that even happen? Okay. What? Did I screw that up somehow? First position. Oh, am I going to have to do it from here? Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's try this again. Copy. Oh. What? Paste. There we go. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God, stop it. Thank you. Oh my God, stop it. Thank you. What's the question? Could there... ooh, there's other ones too. Have we considered the weird spots were places for art? Maybe? I guess it all depends on your definition of art. I don't think that they've recovered any, like, frescoes or anything from... I don't know, maybe they have. I mean, they did have plaster, so, you know, maybe. What are those things called? Niches? Yeah, they could be niches, too. Yep. The first was done by only one architect. Well, they was all done by only one architect. They was all completely planned by one guy. Weird, like specialized for an unknown purpose. Uh-oh, that's sounding a little bit like ritual. Gotta watch out. That R word slips in from time to time. Could there have been trees in the open spaces? I suppose there could have been. Yes, there could have been. There are modern houses in Greece now that have trees in some of the open spaces. I'm sure you've seen them. I'm sure you've seen that stuff. Yeah, possibly. Public water spaces? Maybe, but I would think that there would be some sort of piping or something they would have found for that. If there was some sort of water system, they probably would have found, pipes or something. Okay, so this is literally just this room block here. And maybe something like this? I don't know if I like that. Yeah, it's just this little room block here. That is interesting. All right, let's slap some wood down. Did we want to try anything other than standard wood? Like maybe some... No, not the diorite. No, see, all this stuff is just really not what we're looking for. I know, let's build with purpur. No. Yeah, we don't want to do... Yeah, we're just going to stick with the wood. We're going to stick with the wood. We're going to stick with the oak. Oak hasn't led us wrong yet, so let's go ahead and do that. So, I don't know why I just grabbed the oak when I'm just going to do easy mode with this, so let's just do that. We're going to go here. Replace air, oak, planks. Yeah. And I would think that... Let's grab some mud brick walls. We're going to slap some mud brick walls right here, because I guess just because. I don't really know. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this was covered, but I'm also going to say that that was only covered at the single floor with tiles. So we're going to use some of the acacia for that. I don't think this was a second story. That is probably a second story. Man, this one's a lot more difficult to try to figure out. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just do this real quick, because I want to say that this feels right to me. Yeah, this just feels right to me. Yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming. Like that. Okay. Okay, that's okay. I'm okay with that. And I'm wondering if this is all walkway right here, which means the stairs would be here, because this is all covered as well. So let's do this. Let's see how this looks. If we don't like it, we don't like it, and we try something else. All right. So let's like that. Acacia slabs. Okay, let's build up this second story, and then we'll figure it out from there. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. But let's see what we got. It can also be just these two rooms and this sort of a breezeway, maybe? Because if we bring the stairs up here... Where's your walkway? Into... Because you would come... I mean, the walkway would be here. Or I guess this could be a little bit of... I don't know. I don't know. Let's just knock this out real quick. This is a difficult one. These have all been fairly difficult. I enjoy the challenge. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to see it. I think... Yeah, let's try this. We're gonna go a little unorthodox. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna bring the stairs up. What do I not need? I don't need that. We're gonna bring the stairs up this way. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The iron pressure plate looks so cool. Huh? On the bronze texture pack, yeah, probably. I haven't looked at that in a while. Praeus, which also had a Hippodamian grid, had a systems of wells that secured water to multiple houses. So I thought that maybe by analogy it could also be the... Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what the little circle thing was in this house. Maybe that's what that is a well. That would be interesting. That would also maybe explain why there is a giant opening that I forgot to put. Oh no, right there. That might explain why there's a giant opening here, because if that was a well, that'd be right here. He says. That's an interesting idea. Maybe it is. Okay. All right. I'm not liking this. Let's see if this were open. Right? So you came up here and you walked in, and then you had this room here. You had this room here. That might work. And we might have enough room then for the stairs, because we need, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 4. So if we do this, 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 this. Yeah, okay. That does work. But this is definitely some sort of... Because this is obviously supporting some sort of floor or roof. Because you don't just have a pillar here and it's not supporting anything. Could those pillars have been to hold grapevines? Probably not. Grapevines generally are held up by smaller pieces of wood, and if ancient Greece was anything like modern Greece, they just let their grapevines grow crazy on the sides of their houses anyways. If we go the other way, hold on. If we go the other way, if we start here, Oh, that's better. That's better. See, you can do that. How do they access this room in between? They don't. What? They don't? Oh, well that makes it easy then. Now they do. Okay, so now we can go here, here, here. Get out of here. And here. And now you can go into these rooms. There. Just solved it. There is our problem solved. Okay. Look at that. Ooh, there we are. All right, what else we got? What's the regional weather systems for in this area? They may have altered plans for the interior blocks for airflow. That's possible too. This is in Olynthos, I think, is in northern Greece, if I remember right. I'm almost positive on that. Maybe. Panos, do you know off the top of your head? I think it is. I'm almost positive that is. I want to say it's in Thessaloniki or near Thessaloniki, but I might be wrong on that. I have no problem admitting when I am wrong on something. I do have a problem sometimes misinterpreting what people say, but that's a little different. Let's see here. Though depending on the airflow, that would also change the roof design. That's true too. I think that would be really hard to calculate today for back then. No. Yeah. When I was at they used to do just that. Yeah. No, that's we can predict a lot of the weather patterns and stuff back then. Yeah. So northern Greece. Yeah. So it's near the little thing that looks like three little fingers hanging down into the northern Aegean. So if you look at a map of Greece, there is a thing that there's a part of Greece up in the north that looks like a bunch of little fingers that hang down. I think I'm going to do that to sort of designate that there is a different house here. Yeah, that looks good. And I can just follow this roof over. There we go. Yeah. This one was difficult. This one was very difficult. We'll see how it looks when it's done. Maybe I hate it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this one was definitely difficult. My shift button is sticking because a few days ago I was moving some stuff around, and if you remember when you were little and they had you go to like, or they were sort of giving you your instructions for how to use computers and stuff like that, they tell you not to eat or drink around computers. And when you get older, you kind of just, you just are like, screw that. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. No, actually, you can't, because you will spill something on your keyboard, and now your shift button will be all sticky. And so now, because I spilled pretty much like a half a can of soda on my keyboard, my shift button is sticky. And so you'll see me constantly fight with my keyboard, and I've cleaned it, but I don't think I've cleaned it well enough. I think I need to get some isopropyl alcohol and get like some Q-tips and do some deep cleaning of this keyboard. Because yeah, it was pretty bad. All right. All right, moment of truth here. I think is that all done? Yeah, moment of truth. Okay. I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. I think that looks fine. Oh my god, I can't get through there. Oh, because the roof is funky right there. Oh, I don't... Okay, well, anyways. Let's do this. Slap a door down. Don't need a door there. Do this. This is... Yeah, this looks like the pier and door partition type things that they had in the Bronze Age. That's very interesting. There we go. You walk through here. Boom, you're in the big empty area. You come here. We're gonna slap a torch right there. We're also gonna put that, and that. And that could be storage. You could have some pithoi there. And that'd be kind of cool. As you come up this way, you come around here, and then you got this room. I don't think this one would be a good... Oh. Oh. That's not gonna work. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice I did that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, dude. Okay. Hold on. Let's fix this. Let's just break that out then. Even though yeah, that's not how that was. That seems a little excessive. Okay, what if we do this? What if we go... What if we... Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. What if we wrap it around the back? Nope. That. Yeah, like that. We go there. We go there. Nope. That. We go like that. We do a slab. Right there. Okay. Nope. What about a slab? Does it work if I have a slab? Please, please, please. No, it does not. Oh, man. Okay. So we just got to go right up the middle. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But that's kind of where we're at. So, yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, we're just going to have to come right up the middle. Okay. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Can we at least have that? So I'm not... Okay, I don't run into that, do I? No. Okay. Good. So then I can do this. There we go. So you come in and you still have the sides and everything, the corners. Okay, so let's do that. There we go. There we go. Come around, you can come in here. Yeah. Come around, you can come in here. Okay, that was rough. This This one has definitely been a challenge. Let's get some windows in here. Same for here. Okay. Drop down. Same for here. Window. This side, we don't need a window. That's more of like a storage area. This, yeah, let's put a window there. And, yeah, that's it. Was there any other access to the alley? No, just the one access to the alley. Yeah. So there we go. Okay, so this one was very challenging. This one, yeah, this one was pretty challenging. Let's make this one kind of nice. Let's do some stairs. Like this. Bam. Like that. And maybe we go like that. Like that. Yeah, make it a little bit nicer. So there we go. So there's that one. That, yeah, like I said, it was a little challenging. And I'm not too thrilled with this overly flat area. I think a little bit of a peak, maybe like right here, wouldn't be too bad. Let's see what that looks like. So we just, I mean, just a little bit of a peak. And then we do one along here. Maybe not that far. Okay, maybe that far. Like that. Yeah. And then we... yeah, just do like this. Oop. Yeah, I mean... it is what it is. Oh, maybe I do... yeah, maybe I do a little bit of a... just this very, very slight slope. Like that. Just to break it up, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. All right, what do we think of that? What do we think about that, huh? Taking notes and hoping you don't spend... man, let me tell you, rabbit holes are fun to go down. Ladders? Oh yeah, we could have done ladder in that instead of the stairs. That might actually have been a better way to go. Let's do that. I like that. I like that. It's a good suggestion. And then that way we can actually not have you know, people fall to their death. Yeah, see, that's not so bad. And actually, one thing I like to do with ladders is that. So you sort of fall down into it, and then... thank you. Yeah, like that. There you go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, that was a good suggestion. I like it. Okay. You know what? What if I did... no. No. We're done. We're done with this one. This one's done. This one's done. We're not doing it anymore. Though I could just do like a whole block along there and then the stairs. Give it a little bit more of a slope. Let me try that real quick. And then if I don't like it, we just move on. We move on. We just say, well, too bad. That was what we were trying. It didn't come out the way we thought. Move on. Oops. We're just gonna do this and then move on. Okay, how do we like that? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, that does look better. That does look a lot better. It actually looks like it slopes around. Okay, I like that. We are going to keep that. Okay. Moving on to this next one. Another one that's sort of different. However, it does share this same layout for these back walls. Yep. So let's just run. We're just going to run a wall straight along here, then we'll pull out the doorways after we set up the rooms. Oh, we also have one coming off of this wall. Oh, look at that. I mean, I just knew which one it was. Okay, so we come out here. We have, okay, so the back portion has a very thin walkway at the very end here. It's pretty much just like this. Yeah, pretty much just like that. And then it comes in one, and then a doorway. And it's a fairly large room. There's two fairly large rooms, and then a skinnier room at the end, but the skinnier room at the end looks like it's 1, 2, 3. Looks like it's about like that. Okay. And then we'll just do that, even though it's a slightly off-center door. That's just kind of how it goes. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a really thin room. Really thin, like 1 block wide right there. Completely sealed off. Unfortunately, well, that's, you know what? We're going to make this actually a lot skinnier. There we go. Like that and like this. And then they do this interesting thing here. They have a room like that. And then, so that's the back room blocks. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. Are all these considered as houses, or could they have had different uses as well instead? It is generally accepted that these were all houses. So I get what you're asking, you know, could they have been like, you know, this or that, but this is a residential block. That is the general consensus right now, for this, is that you have a residential block. Okay, now coming off of here. Oh. This comes up. And then it comes like this. Okay. And then, oh boy. Oh boy, it, okay. I'm gonna have to break into this house. Okay, so there's that wall. So there's the entrance of that house. So then this is the wall I gotta come off of, sorta. So it has an opening like that. Okay. You can go back. Thank you. Okay. And then it's got a series of rooms on this side that are not exactly lined up with that. Or are they? Yes, they are. They are actually, this first room is exactly lined up with that. It's a big square room. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have to change that. There's an entrance there. No, we will not have to change that. And then there's another room here. Oh boy. Like this. Is that right? Yes. Okay, you ready for this one? This one's gonna blow your minds. This needs to be like this. And then there needs to be a 2-wide hallway that comes up like this. And all the way over here, because this actually has a wall coming off of it as well, but it runs up along here, and this room needs to be made smaller. Yeah. Oh, wait, not done. Not done. Just when you thought I was done. Okay. What do we think of that? Yeah, so I'm thinking this is a covered walkway, and this is maybe the open area. I don't know. Let's slap some mud brick down and see what we think. Oh wait, do we have any entrances out to the? Okay, we just have that one. So that's only this one entrance to the avenue, which is actually supposed to be a little bit bigger, but I just can't do it in Minecraft. These houses are already a little too big, or a little bit bigger than real life anyways. Like just slightly. Okay. So I'm wondering if we should have a door then here for this room. Because we got the covered walkway. Yeah, the covered walkway does extend beyond where this where this entranceway is. So yeah, little odd. Yeah, quite an odd one. How likely is it that later Greek cultures came around and decided to repurpose some intact bricks? A lot more likely than you would think. That is actually a very common thing for every civilization in the world. Whoops, I just did the same click. That is something that happens all the time. Drives us archaeologists crazy. But, you know, what can you do? Okay. So there's that. All right, so let's figure this out. I'm gonna go ahead and say that, yep, this is a room here. This is definitely a room here. We do that, and let's give it a window to the avenue there. Let's give it some. There we go. And then this room you can't get into for some reason. That is not true. I just didn't give it the door that it's supposed to have. There we go. Hello, T-Lego Man. Welcome. Okay, there's that. There we go. The little room here, I don't know what to do with that. We'll figure that out here in a bit. Let's do this. Let's also do this so we can see people coming in. And let's give our little walls here this. I still don't know what to think of this. We'll figure it out. So slap this bad boy down right here. Slap that there. Yeah, there we go. This is, I mean, quite obviously a room, so we're gonna slap a door here. Another challenging one. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. So you got these rooms. Let's go with this. Nope. How do we get into that room? You don't. Okay. We're gonna have to make a door for that. Why don't we... Yeah, why don't we just do a door right here? And we'll do that. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we will do this. Yeah. That seems right. Maybe not that. Okay. So I get the impression that, well, so we have the pillar here. So that obviously supported something. So there's probably a walkway along here. Which means we can put stairs here. Going up. To get into this onto the second floor. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe we don't do that. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Oh, different reasons for the weird? Well, no, we'd be able to tell if there was a foundation that used to be there. Even if the stones were mostly removed, you could probably tell. Now, it might not make it to the map, so yeah, that might be what's going on with the map, but yeah, we should be able to tell if there was a foundation there at some point. So let's figure this out. So this is obviously supporting something. So let's put a placeholder here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is a covered walkway of some sort. So if that's a covered walkway, and this is a covered walkway, why don't we... Here, tell you what, why don't we do this? This is going to be really wild. Let's do that. And then replace, whoops, replace air with acacia slabs. Okay, so the whole thing is replaced. Now let's go through here and see what we think should be open. So this, I feel like this should be open. Right? But it should only go so far. Because that is supporting something. That's supporting that. So I'm wondering if this shouldn't also be gone. Okay, I'm starting to... Or like maybe like that. Yeah, I'm thinking that looks about right. What do we think? Oh, the answer to what? Oh, the weird. Okay, yeah. We should have known that there was foundation stones, even if some of them are missing, or even if all of them are missing. If we have a wall that keeps going and then it stops, but we still have impressions or compressed ground underneath, then we know that there was a foundation there. So the catch, of course, is that it might not have made it into the map. Might not have made it into the map. So that's yeah, so that's another issue. So why don't we add a slope to this? Oh my god. How many times am I gonna like screw up this these buttons here? Okay. So if I put maybe not a slope to that, but a slope here. And let's say this is all covered walkway as well. Actually, we can do this. Oh, no we can't. There we go. Yeah, we just do this. There we are. Okay. And then where is this wall here? Okay, so we want it to be right there. Okay. Okay, like that. And then, yeah, we do this. We clear all this out. We do this, come here, and do that. Oop. Oop, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we do that. What happens if I do? All right, that'll just have to do. Do that. Yeah. That works. Maybe. There we go. Man, that is funky looking. I am not liking the way that that came out. This one's gonna be difficult. This one's going to be another difficult one. Nope. Do that. Oh, and you know what? I need to actually come up here, so we can't have this ridge coming along there. Or maybe we can. Maybe we can. Maybe we do that. Okay, so let's do a second story. Do we even need to do a second story? Maybe this is a single story house because of how many weird rooms it's got. Well, no, we'll do a second story. We'll do a second story, and then we'll see if we can figure out where things go. Okay. First things first, let's give it a roof. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Stop it. There we go. That. And 1, 2, 3. That. Replace air with oak planks. Okay. Oh my god. Nope. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we can do a second story with a ladder coming up here. So you come up here and you have entrance into this room. With its... We're not going to continue this going up. Okay. And you can come into this room, and this room will also have back storage. So let's go ahead and do that. And come over here and do this. Nope, nope, that right there. Okay. And we're gonna copy. Paste. And then we'll just continue this roof all the way over. I think that's a good plan. Okay. The sticky shift button is starting to irk me. Secure your drinks around your computers, kids. All right. So there's this. Oh my god. Stop it. Thank you. This. Okay. Ooh, starting to get a little hungry. Maybe we do one more and then we call it for the night. Or maybe we call it for the night after this one. Which leaves one house left. Of course, I think the last house is actually a lot like the first block that we did. So maybe we... because we kind of got that down to a science at this point. All right, so there's this. Okay. Oop. Okay. Let's get up into... is it this? Oh, I was off by one. Okay. So we want ladders. Let's grab some ladders. We'll do this. We want to come right up through there. So we're going to go... Yeah, like that. Okay. Get a torch in here. Get a torch in here because it's awfully dark. We're also going to bust out a window. Bust out that window. Yeah. Okay. Do that. Get a nice big window. Same here, even though you're not really seeing much. Do that. We'll do that. Already got it. Yeah. Big window. It's fine. Nah, tell you what, why don't we do this? Make it all fancy. Look at that. Look at how fancy that is. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. All right, and we're gonna slap a torch here. We already got all this taken care of down here. Okay, let's get rid of that. So yeah, this one was a little difficult, and I think I'd still want to do a bit of a peak right here, if anything. But yeah, this one was definitely a little difficult. Let's go ahead and do an overhang. The trap door opens. There we go. Yeah, let's do that bit of an overhang there. Yeah. And actually, you know what? What if we just cleared, or at least cleared this out? Yeah, like something like this. And we want a door like that, and we'll do a double door like that. There we go. And let's do that. Yeah, we'll just put that back. Okay. Okay. Last house we'll just do next time, or I'll do off camera. 'Cause I'm pretty beat at this point. So there we go. We're already up to almost a full block of Olynthos. So yeah. That one was tough. I might play around with it, you know, on my off time and see if I can't get that to look a little bit better. This whole block here has been a little rough. I like this one here in this corner, and this one ended up working out pretty nice. This one here with the workshop area. This one I'm iffy on, and then this one definitely. This one is rough. This one's real rough. So maybe I drop these walls down a little bit and slope it down and see how that ends up. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So next time I'll show it to you. It'll be all set up. So I think that's going to be it for me. Oh man, you know what? I need to do a little bit of overhang here. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now, after we get done with this stream, I'm going to go over to Oda's stream, and you should too. If you're on this stream, definitely go over to MC Oda's stream that he's doing right now. He is playing Minecraft like it is 2012. It's on an earlier version. Hopefully he's still streaming. And when you get there, tell him who sent you. Tell him the Vascalos sent you. And then I will join you there shortly. I'm going to grab something to eat real quick, and then I'll come back. So let me go ahead and put up my outro screen, and that'll be it. See you next time.